good evening, everyone, and you're listening to another episode of Deathmatch Russell Podcast. And tonight we're going to have Northern Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, the Titan, will be calling in tonight. We're going to talk to him and see what's up with him for this week, as NWF has their show this weekend, and much, much more. Stay tuned, fans. And where else he shall be. Good evening, the Titan. How are you tonight, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just cracking up. I was just reading on something on Twitter, and I saw Macaulay Cochran was at a wrestling A1 wrestling show, of all places.
Yeah, I saw that. That was wild.
Isn't that wild?
That's crazy.
It is. He's, whatever. And I know the one guy, Ethan Page. So like he's like the big heel. Like a big comical. He's the hottest free agent in professional wrestling. I just saw him over the weekend at CZW at the Cage of Death. They just had the big show.
That's cool.
Yeah. So how you doing?
I'm good, man. Just living the dream.
Living the dream. You got a big week. Yeah, that's right. NWF this Saturday, right?
Yep. We return to Bone Crushers on Saturday.
Yeah. And who are you going to be going against? I think Drew was telling me somebody, but I forgot.
I don't know if it's been announced yet. I don't know.
Yeah. So it could be.
I don't know.
Could be anybody. Could be anybody that's on the roster.
That's the idea.
Yeah, or some up and coming person too. You never know, right?
I mean, you never know. Bone Crushers.
So anyways, yeah, Drew's told me a lot about you. You sound like you're really one of the tough guys out there on the circuit, and I like that kind of style. You got.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I've been working at. So it's wrestling's ever evolving. So
yeah.
It's always good to dance and stuff.
How long have you been with NWF now?
12 years.
Really? Do you go to any other federations or just that main one?
I do. I take bookings. Like I'm open to take bookings. I wrestle down in Georgetown and like Middle Kentucky for PTW Primetime Wrestling. Okay. That's one of my other usual go-tos.
Cool. Yeah, there's a lot in your area. I know that. A lot on the East Coast too.
Yeah, I'm hoping with the new year to get some traveling in. So
right.
We'll see how that goes. I like to hit the road a little bit, get my name out there.
Yeah,
as much as possible.
That's the way. Yeah, 2018 is like the goal for a lot of people.
It's always good to keep around in the future. So especially as the year comes to an end, a lot of the guys have that New Year's resolution. Next year it's gonna happen. Next year's gonna be my year.
Well, I'll keep your name in a hat because I have a local friend who runs a promotion in Jersey. So
awesome. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Family style, but also family oriented, and it's like NWF is.
Yeah, we're big on that. I mean,
yeah,
that gives you such a broader audience because kids love wrestling. So
yeah, I know.
Family and kids is awesome.
So, who trained you? Let me guess, Roger.
Roger Ruffin.
Roger. Everybody always says Roger. I guess he trained a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
We had a lot of guys that helped with the training, but Roger's the head trainer, so.
Yeah, him and I think
everyone falls under his umbrella, so he's always the top of the list for us.
Yeah. That's pretty good though. He's made a good name for himself. You know, he's actually right. Did he climb into that cage yet? No, or did he? I think he was supposed to have a cage match, wasn't he, with Abyss and somebody else?
Oh yeah, that's coming up.
Couple.
On the 30th of December.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Roger and Abyss against Ryan Stone and Matt Stevens.
Yeah. Surprised you're not in the cage, huh?
Yeah, it's good to get a break. I was in Thunderdome and also in the cage at FanFest, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let everyone else tear their bodies down for a little bit. I'll take a rest.
Yeah, let the other guys have their time in the cage and Roger get scuffed up a little, you know?
Yeah.
But evidently Biss is always around though. I know that. I hear that he's always around. That's pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, he's very hands-on with everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he trains a lot of people too sometimes. He helps out with a lot. It's pretty good, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And have you faced Hollywood, Mr. Hollywood, Adam Swayze? I know, I bet you everybody hates him. I hate him too.
Yeah, I faced him a couple of times. I was one of his first handful of matches. And we had another match a couple months back.
Mm-hmm. How about Alexis Montez?
Same. I wrestled him a few times. It's been a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But me and him had a couple good matches at Bone Crushers.
Awesome.
We're in some tag matches against each other. That was good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just got lucky, and he just was. I just listened to Drew's podcast. He got lucky and went to a house show. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
That big SmackDown Live or whatever it was, you know.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's always good to see the kids behind him.
Yeah. It's always good to be. Actually, that was pretty cool that Drew actually had like a box seat. That was pretty sweet, you know.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, he's doing some big things.
I know he is. The road home has some pull there, you know. Man.
It looks like it.
Yeah, he's telling. They had this sign on the front door. That's great. That's the way to be. Awesome. And I think that was Gary's first time too. Gary B's first time, and that's funny too. You know, just to hear, you know, because nobody ever goes to a show. You know what I mean? Like some people have never been, and it's like it's a fun experience to go out and check it out. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to independent shows.
Yeah, I know.
It's just such a bigger scale.
Yeah, it is. It is. And when he just in that, you know, he was telling me he's going to SmackDown. I'm looking at my calendar, and NXT is doing like their tour show for like 10 minutes from my house. I'm like, I'm gonna go to that, you know, the local high school.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I know. They did. I remember they did one WEE house show there. It was the ECW. CM Punk was there in Big Show, you know.
Yeah, wow, I remember that.
I know. Extreme, whatever it was for WWE. When that franchise there, you know. So what was your first independent show that you ever went to as a kid?
It was an NWF show. It was like the weekend. I signed up on like a Friday to train.
Right.
And Roger was like going down to the show, so the next night I went. It was in Fairfield. I went to Fairfield and watched that. And I'd never been to an independent show. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Wrestling was really a thing.
No.
I remember I looked at schools and stuff. But I didn't know like shows. And back, you know, when I started training.
Yeah. You watched that. I know
they were huge.
Yeah.
Like these two huge companies having these, you know, hundreds of people at these shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it blew my mind that there was this whole world I didn't even know about. Like,
no.
In the backyard.
No, I know. You know what? A lot of people, you know, like that's like wrestling around my area. That, you know, it was just like a small little area, and then it branched out to like big things. You know.
Right.
Like big companies. I always talk about this one company. It's called Phoenix Championship Wrestling, and it was like an independent promotion. Like ECW's Supernova, his brother ran it for like a couple of months, and then he went under. It had all the, you know, TNA, Samoa Joe, everybody, you know, all your big names from all over the, you know, the world almost. It is. Even Eddie Guerrero came one time. I'm like, damn, this is awesome. Wow. I know, right? I know. Like,
this is like right there, and no one would ever know about it if you didn't get out there and experience it.
I know. But yeah, but now the East Coast is more, you know, we're more, you know, we got there's so much wrestling. You could just go like every week to like Philadelphia, and, you know, you go to New York City. Like right now, what Ring of Honor is going on this week. Tonight's the Ring of Honor show, I think. So that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Final battle tonight. I used to go to those shows way back. But then I stopped. Expensive after a while. Some of the shows used to be crazy hours, and they'd like do double header shows sometimes. You know.
It's hard. I mean, I've heard there's a couple companies running shows like that, doing crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
All day shows or marathons and stuff like that, and it's like I love wrestling. I'll go out there and wrestle as many matches you want me to wrestle, but like as a fan,
yes,
there can only be so much.
So much, yeah. But you know what? I got so lucky one time. I remember going to a show. It was a Ring of Honor show, and actually, it was called Pro Wrestling Unplugged. It was in Philadelphia. It was an old promotion, and Ring of Honor was doing CZW's 100th year anniversary show, and I never knew anything about the CZW roster at the time, But Zandig, the owner, was in the ring, and I was standing up. I got like nosebleed seats for the Ring of Honor, but they were all sold out, so I ended up on the CZW bleacher side. It was like, but I got to see Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, when they were, when they were them, back in the day when two of the greatest wrestlers of all times and still are, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, those two are my guys I watched a lot.
Yeah.
I used to love Claudio, that stuff was so good. I mean, he's still as good as he ever was.
Oh yes, I know.
I'm such a huge fan of him on the Indies.
Yeah. People really don't talk about them that much, though. You know what I mean? You hear about them on the internet, but you really don't talk about it. That's what I like doing. I talk to my friends, and we talk about who do we like that used to be. We used to see these guys like every week at a show or something. It's like crazy. Like there's also this one promotion that ran in the middle of town. Well, in the middle of the state of New Jersey. It was called Jersey All Pro Wrestling, and it was the base for more indie wrestling like TNA and WWE and mixed match. But they filmed The Wrestler there. That was so cool. The movie The Wrestler was,
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. That was so cool. I had my 5 minutes of fame sitting second row entranceway,
That's awesome.
It is. But no, yeah, wrestling really, like you did see like Bruiser, you saw like, Bray Wyatt and the other guys, and just so much talent came out. Briscoe brothers, but they were locals, from Ring of Honor.
Right.
SAT, like the old school teams that people didn't even know were wrestling, like really good. SAT was like with Amazing Red, and like these two Puerto Rican guys, and they were just tearing up the scene for years. And then there's one guy that just came back from the States, Teddy Hart, the nephew.
Okay, yeah.
You know who he is? The Teddy Hart.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the nephew of Bret the Hitman Hart. So I'll see him tomorrow night. I can't wait. There's a
good time.
there's a big ultra. We have it's called Game Changer Wrestling. It's we bring like ultra violence out. It's pretty wild, man. We get lucky because you know what, in Philadelphia it's hard to. The laws have changed. In Pennsylvania for like ultra violence.
Oh really?
Yeah. You can't bleed in Pennsylvania, but you can bleed in New Jersey. It's weird laws. You got to go by the law.
Yeah, I know it's similar like that in Kentucky.
Is it?
Kentucky, you can't if you're bleeding.
Yeah.
That match has to end. So that's such a weird
thing
to me just because it's gonna happen at some point. It's gonna happen.
It is, but then you notice but then for years and years they had an ECW, in the whole arena there, the bingo hall, and they bled all the time. So what the hell, made no sense. But we get this little building and we have fun. It's great. Our wrestlers come and what do you see? I'm gonna see for the first time Matt Riddle. There's like one of those guys. I've never seen him wrestle live. I always go to a show.